MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 4 of the World Series between the Chicago Cubs and the Baltimore Orioles. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, lots of storylines here as we approach the start of Game 4.
Well, I think this series has played out exactly how we expected it to. At 2-1, it's been tightly contested, back and forth. We've got two teams worthy of being here, and I think this will go at least 6 games before it's all said and done.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2027 Baltimore Orioles.
With that, a look at the Cubbies starting lineup. Dan Plesac, who you focused on?
Well, of course, you have to like what Anthony Rizzo brings to this offense. I mean, this guy is a career 300 hitter. You talk about consistent. He delivers a good at-bat and clutch hits basically every time he walks into the box. I love watching this guy.
Billy Drysdale will be on the mound for Game 4. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Man, he pitched really well in his last one without allowing a single run and picking up the victory. Let's see if he can bring that stuff back to the ballpark with him and make it 2 really strong starts.
Stepping up now, Jesse Padilla, and we are set for baseball here this evening. Hit out towards second. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gun.
In the second spot tonight, center fielder number 5, Albert Almora.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he misses 2-1. Drysdale isn't really known as the kind of starter that goes deep into games. It's not that he isn't capable, I'm sure. He just hasn't been that guy that works deep into games with regularity.
Matty V, I'm not sure it's this guy's fault, but I think it's more the fault of the metrics and the way we look at pitchers now, trying to limit the number of pitches and the number of appearances they have with particular guys in the lineup.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. And the slider gets him swinging, 2 gone.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
One. Swung on and missed for strike number 2.
Hey, that's a really good pitch right there, and that's one of those off-balance swings. As a pitcher, you want to look in and say, howdy, if you're waving at me. A real ugly swing, and it gives you a lot of confidence when you make a guy look that bad. So hopefully he has another pitch left in his repertoire to bury this guy and get him out of there.
And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he's safe at first.
Man, errors are never welcome. But to make one with 2 outs into first is especially painful. Now your pitcher has to make extra throws, and that could make the difference in how long he lasts in this game.
And he got him. Cubs strand one. The Orioles due up in the first. No score. Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, I think the focus has to be on the man hitting third. He's one of those guys you want at the plate in those big game-defining moments. He's such a clutch hitter. I love watching him in those situations, and hopefully we'll have that in this game as well.
Chet Steadman is the man on the mound for the fourth game of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this guy pitched really well in his last outing, only allowing one run. If he brings that kind of stuff to the ballpark, he has a chance to pitch another gem in this one.
So here's how the Chicago Cubs are positioned defensively. Let's take a look at catcher Wilson Contreras. This guy has got one of the best arms in the game. Think Gary Sanchez, but in the National League. Nobody wants to attempt stealing bags on this guy, and brings a powerful bat to the lineup.
Standing in, Craig Borowski. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. The 1-1 home. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Steadman, just a 19-year-old. He was selected in the first round back in the draft of 2025.
Yeah, Matty, you cannot miss on your first rounder, and they didn't with this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Set to deal on 2-2. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Wow, talk about a waste pitch on 2-2. That one wasn't even close. I don't know anyone that would have swung at that pitch.
And he takes ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here in the home half of the first in a scoreless ball game.
Joey Rickard.
The 1-2 is a fastball that misses. And set up behind the dish is Woody Keller, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Woody Keller, this is my nightmare. He likes to call the pitch above the zone, above the belt. I know guys say those are the pitches that go deep, but I'm telling you, if you're calling that high strike, it opens up a lot of room for the pitcher.
I agree with you, Giro. That's a tough pitch to get on top of and to put it in play. So if you're a pitcher right now, try to elevate in that top part of that strike zone.
Now a throw over, and he's back easily. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Here's a pop-up now. Rizzo is there. 1 out.
Batting third, the shortstop, Mike Parra.
Borowski, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. Runners off for second. Grounded up the first baseline. But a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. Now another 2-2. He's on the move again from first. Swinging a ball line softly down the line in right. And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
A runner on first with 2 away. Here's a look over to first, and the runner back safely. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Shin high fastball that time, ball 3.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
From the stretch. 3-1 pitch is a slider, and he can't pull the trigger. It's 3-2 now.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
Now the 3-2 pitch. It's a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Orioles lead 1. We are still scoreless. And that'll bring in Tommy Joseph. He'll get us started in the top of the second. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
I can't imagine he was sitting on fastball at his neck right there. He is going to have to lower his sights if he's going to have any chance.
The 1-2 to third. Backhanded. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Good pitch right there to run the 2-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball as the result.
Standing in now, Javier Baez. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Batting 7, the catcher, number 41.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Popped him up. Pena over to his left. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Now at the plate, Buck Gaskins, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second. So 1-1. And he fouls this one off. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And that one stayed too low, apparently. squared that one up just a little late. The 2-2. Missed with a slider.
He walked the guy back in the first, and now he's looking like he might hand out another free pass to the leadoff guy here. You can't be walking a guy an inning and think you're going to have any success.
The 3-2 pitch. Hit in the air to straightaway center. On the run is Almora. One down.
Batting sixth, center fielder, Raymel Tapia.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. And he chased up and out of the zone, a swing and a miss.
Case in point right there, Matty. We're seeing a trend, the north and south. A lot of pitchers working that elevated fastball and then breaking stuff off in the dirt. We used to see east-west, not the case anymore.
Not trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Boy, that's the best pitch in baseball right there with 2 strikes. That elevated fastball. Every hitter thinks that, hey, they can do something with that. But most of the time, you get the result that you saw right there. A big swing and a miss and another strikeout.
Stepping in now, Frank Pena. Takes a good curveball at the knees.
Well, he snapped that breaking ball off really nice. He'll do well to keep putting it there.
Here now the 2-2. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted. High and deep into the flag court and gone. A solo shot down the line in right. His 3rd home run of this series. As the O's are on the board first, it's 1-0.
Well, he was on cruise control, just needing one more out to get out of the inning. But he came up with a plan. Base is empty. He didn't have to think about shooting one to the opposite field or shortening the swing to move the runners. He just wound up and let her rip. A solo shot as the result.
Into the box, Michael Foyle. Sent on the ground out to second. Flores has it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Orioles on the board first thanks to the solo home run. We've played 2, and it's 1-0 Baltimore. Leading off the inning, Samuel Chavez, and they'll need him to get something going here. The 3-1 pitch. Seared down the first baseline. Oh, and this kicks right off of him. And the recovery's a quick one as he gets his man at first. Good composure that time to record the first out of the inning.
Carlos Flores.
Popped him up. Foyle is there for it. 2 gone.
The left fielder, number 3, Jesse Padilla.
Now to the plate, Jesse Padilla. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Cubs are down in order. It remains 1-0. 2-2.
That pitch is in triple digits. I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now.
It'd be great right here if he was able to work himself on base. You got the leadoff hitter on deck, and you know the middle of the order is coming up right behind him.
Yanked high and deep down the line in right. Marrero is after it, and that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. Now the 3-2 pitch. And we'll see another pitch here as this ball's chopped foul at home plate. The next 3-2. It's the top of the zone. He struck him out looking. Now at the plate, Craig Borowski. He drew a walk his first time up.
Borowski.
The 3-2 pitch. And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings. Striding into the box, Joey Rickard. He topped out in his first trip.
Joey Rickard.
Borowski, base runner at first with 1 out. Fly ball out toward left center field. Padilla has it in his tracks, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
The batter, number 9.
Digging in, Mike Hara. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Here's the 1-1. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Now the 2-1 pitch. Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2. Popped up. Stedman will put this one away, and the side is retired. 1 left for the Orioles. They lead it 1-0. And now here's the versatile outfielder Albert Almora Jr. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Tapped out in front of home. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
Now batting, right fielder, Victor Marrero.
Standing in, Victor Marrero. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Cubs to this point have yet to break into the hit column. In the dirt, did he go around? Yes, he did. And the throw to first is there to record the second out.
First baseman number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
Stepping in, Anthony Rizzo looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. The 1-1 home. Count is 1-2 now. Trying to send him packing for the second time. No offer at that one, and the count moves to 2-2 now on the Cub first baseman.
That's a good take on that fastball there. You know he's looking for something up there to drive, but that was just a little above his happy zone. Not everyone has the discipline to hold back on those.
Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now. Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. A flip to the pitcher covering as that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Digging in, the switch hitter, Robert Trejo. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. The 1-1 home. Strike two, swinging. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Not sure if that was a great take or if he got locked up on a two-seamer running away, but either way, it worked out well for him. That's a well-thrown pitch, though.
Here now the 2-2. It's hit very well to right. This one's hammered, and it's going to go. That one is gone! A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His first homer so far in the series, as the Orioles are now out to a 2-0 lead.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here is not the end of the world.
In now, Buck Gaskins. A high fastball is in there.
Well, that's a tough pitch to take right there, right down the middle. But I think that happens when you're facing a good pitcher like this guy. The last thing you're expecting is one right down the pipe, and unfortunately, he let that one go, and he'd like to have that pitch back to take a good swing at that one.
And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Another 1-2 delivery. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. So with one away, let's punch up the graphic and show you the pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters here in the 4th inning. And boy, which of those 2 numbers leap out at you there? How about the 100? My goodness. Coming to the plate now, Raimel Tapia. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error thus far for Baltimore. The 2-2. In front of the changeup there as this is chopped foul at home plate. Another try at 2-2. Lifted in the air out to left field. Moving under it, Padilla makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, catcher, Frank Pena.
Now batting, Frank Pena. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Yeah, Matt, that last at-bat, that was a pretty good pitch. A fastball down and away that he went out and pulled it. So if I'm on the mound right now, I'm going to have to think about throwing one up and in and standing this guy up to make that outside corner not as appealing.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And flirting with danger on a changeup that missed high for a ball. Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. Orioles get a run thanks to the long ball. We're through 4. It's now 2-0 Baltimore. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Well, tried to throw a high fastball right by him there. Didn't work, but now we'll see if that sets up some different options. Wouldn't be surprised to see a good slider down and away right here.
High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there. But if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down. Maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
For sure. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
The batter, number 9, shortstop, Javier Baez.
Striding in once again, Javier Baez, 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. Two balls and a strike to Javi Baez. Oh, look out. Hot shot to third, and there are 2 away.
The catcher, number 41.
So striding in, Wilson Contreras. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. Skied into very shallow right. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Cubs are down in order. They're still down. It's 2-0. In now, Michael Hoyle. The 2-1. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. The throw to first is in time, 1 down.
Now batting.
At the plate, Chuck Ramirez. He'll swing it from the left side right here. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ballgame for him. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Two runs on 2 hits. 1 error thus far for Baltimore.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
High in the air and deep to straightaway left. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the left field wall. And he is into second with a 2-out double. When that one left the bat, I wasn't sure where it was going to come down. Thought it might have a chance.
Yeah, same here, man. It kind of got lost high in the sky before it one-hopped the fence for an extra base hit. During the daytime, that thing probably would have carried out of here, but you can't complain too much about a double.
Stepping into the box, Joey Rickard. He's popped up in his first plate appearance and flied out last time around. And look out as that fastball ran in and got him. Ouch, bang.
Well, the good news is this guy can really dial it up and let it fly. The bad news is sometimes he overthrows it and has absolutely no idea where it's going. He's in a little bit of a trouble, so we'll see if he can work his way out of this.
Into the box now, Mike Parra. A ball and 2 strikes to the Orioles shortstop. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Well, he came right back in there after he hit the previous batter. I like that. If you're going to work inside, you're going to hit a few guys, but you can't let that change your game plan.
Well, the shortstop's got him played perfectly as he takes this in for the 3rd out. Orioles strand a couple as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Leading off the inning, Samuel Chavez, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
2-1 to count. Popped him up. Parra. Stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone.
Now batting, second baseman, Carlos Flores.
Digging in, Carlos Flores comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Jesse Padilla. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1, 2, 3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
2 out, nobody on. And a neck-high fastball that time.
You know, he's one of their guys they rely on to get their offense going. They need a rally, so we'll see if he can spark one here.
There's the 2-1 home. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
I know this team has been struggling offensively, but here's a perfect situation with a 3-1 count. You have a chance to do some damage. You know you're getting a guaranteed fastball.
And he somehow gets that one by him. 3-2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he looks at ball 4 now. So he's aboard, and you always have to worry about the threat of the steal when he's on base.
Man, you hate to give up a 2-out walk to anybody, but especially to a speed demon like him. Good chance he's running here, and good luck trying to stop him.
And now here's the versatile outfielder, Albert Almora Jr. He was a ground-out victim last time up. Throw over to the bag, and the throw's in fact dropped. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Trejo moves over, and that's the 3rd out. 1 left for the Cubs. They're down 2-0. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Robert Trejo. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Ball taken there. 2-1 now. The 2-1 is taken. Ball 3. Buck Gaskins will be next. Turned on down the line. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting, second baseman, Buck Gaskins.
At the plate, Buck Gaskins. Now the 3-2 pitch. And, whoa, awfully close, but it's ball 4 according to Woody Keller.
Now batting.
Digging in now, Raimel Tapia. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. The 3-2 pitch is in there. A called strike 3. Frank Pena will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the 2nd inning. As we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. And another throw over. And a dive, but he's back. Now the 2-1. And he popped him up. Baez waits on it, and that ends the inning. So it's no runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left. Game 4 heads to the 7th inning now. It's the Orioles 2 and the Cubs nothing. Back here on MLB Network. Game 4 is off to the 7th inning now, but before we get it started, let's check out our game summary to this point. So coming to the plate, Victor Marrero. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. Fastball called strike, 1-2.
Tying run stands on deck, but it'll only matter if the guy in the box can get on base.
Yeah, and that has to be his mentality at the plate right now, Matt. He can't be the hero, so he needs to do what he can to give the guy behind him a chance to be the guy.
And that's a base hit. So the no-hit bid ends here in the 7th. They finally break through for their first hit of the ball game, so the no-hit bid will end right here.
Yeah, Matty V, and this is when you start thinking about that no-no. You get into the 7th inning, Dero. As a pitcher, you start looking ahead to what might happen.
And that donut stares at you from an offensive standpoint as well. This guy's had his A game. You can't deny the fact that he's pitched a heck of a game, but from an offensive standpoint, you never stop grinding to get a crooked number up on that board.
Here's the 1-1. And that one stayed too low, apparently. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. The 2-1 is a well-located fastball down around the knees.
Well, they've really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little resistance with the bat in his hand so far.
Here now the 2-2. Down the first baseline. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. Lifted the other way out to left center. On the run is Tapia. He makes the play. A fine running catch to get the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
And that'll bring in Tommy Joseph. Now a move over to first. And the runner back. And again a throw, a dive, but he's back. And yet another throw over. And he'll get back in safely. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? One there. On to first, it's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. So digging in now, Michael Hoyle. Lifts it into the air to shallow center. Coming in is Almora. He's not going to get to it, so the leadoff guy's aboard with a base hit.
Now batting, first baseman, Chuck Ramirez.
Now in the box, Chuck Ramirez, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. The 3-2 pitch. Fouled off. Boyle aboard here at first with nobody out. Hit out towards second. Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
Up next for the Orioles, designated hitter, Frank Borowski.
The Chicago manager up out of the dugout now as he'll make the slow walk to the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change, as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. He'll leave after 6, and at the very least kept his club in it to this point. Ray Jones comes on now, and he'll take over with nobody out in inning number 7.
Ray Jones.
Craig Borowski will be his first test out of the bullpen, and it'll be a tough test indeed, as he'll face him with 2 on and nobody out here. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And he'll just get a piece here, as this is chopped foul at home plate.
Well, the O's have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now would be a great time for that.
And this is swung on and missed, and boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away.
I think he had his mind made up. He was swinging the bat, trying to protect before the ball even left the pitcher's hand. That pitch wasn't even close. He would have needed a flagpole to hit that one.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Oh, on the ground to first. Can this be 2? To second for 1. Back to Rizzo, and they get out of it here. A double play to retire the side. So they pick up no runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. Here's Javier Baez. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Tapia will wait on it. 1 down.
The catcher, number 41.
Well, it's been a game of starting pitching so far, as on cue we give you a look at our starter comparison for these 2 guys in our 2-0 ball game.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. A strike to Contreras, and it's 1-1. Up around the face. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Pitch on the way. Line drive to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
I'll tell you what, D-Row, this guy's been on point. After that knock, that's only their 2nd knock of the game, and it's getting late into this one.
Yeah, it's frustrating. You can see it from the manager to the hitting coach to everyone in this lineup. They are really upset with the way they've swung the bats. Maybe this is the start of something late.
Here comes the Baltimore skipper out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And a change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. Dominic Leone gets the call as he'll pitch with 1 gone in the top of the 8th. Digging in, Samuel Chavez. And Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring and tying this game become a lot greater.
And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
Well, he battled to get it to a 3-2 count, but that pitch wasn't even close. Now he's got a man on with 1 out, so he's got to focus on trying to get the ground ball.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Contreras at second. Chavez at first. 1 gone. Fly ball out toward left center field. Trejo sprinting after it. Lays himself out and makes a spectacular catch. Nope, sorry about that. They're saying it was short hop.
Oh, man, I don't know how that happened. Looked to be a base hit to the outfield, but then all of a sudden the throw comes in and they get the force on the plate. To be honest, that just can't happen.
So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Jesse Padilla. And Dan, this could be a real make or break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring 1 run and needs to possibly get back into this thing. Baseball doesn't have a clock, but you only have 27 outs to work with. They're running out of those pretty quick.
Hot shot on the ground to short. Reined in. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Alexi Diaz is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Alexi Diaz.
Mike Hara will be the first one to greet him as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here. Fouled away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. The big curveball just misses apparently. Ball 2. Missed with a slider.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. So here's the cleanup hitter, Robert Trejo. 1 out, nobody on. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. Line to the right side, but that's a foul ball. Here's another 2-2. Missed with a breaking ball. Buck Gaskins is on deck. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
The 1-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Boy, he looks strong out there on the mound this inning. He's got a chance to punch out the side in order, and against the middle of the order, too.
2 out, nobody on. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Swing and a ground ball to third. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. They're up 2-0. Carson Fulmer comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. And now here's the versatile outfielder Albert Almora Jr. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
No, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
Popped him up. Pena is under it. 1 out. There's a look at the final line for the Orioles starter. He really delivered a fantastic postseason performance. Settling in now, Victor Marrero. He singled his last time up. Swing and a liner towards second. And that's in for his 2nd hit of the afternoon.
Well, you're usually in this situation looking for a bloop and a blast. He didn't want to bloop it, and he hit a missile, bringing the tying run to the plate. Let's see if they can capitalize.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. The 1-1. Taken on the outside corner for strike 2. stands at first with one out. And this is taken for a ball high and tight. 2-2.
This is exactly the reason why this guy has been so successful and has played this game so long, scrambling pitch after pitch, making this guy work out on the mound.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are two gone.
The batter, the designated hitter, Tommy.
Now at the plate, Tommy Joseph. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the ninth. Throw over to first, and he's back in standing. Now the 1-1 pitch. Very weakly on the ground. That's a foul ball. A capacity crowd. 48,876 on their feet in Baltimore. Now a throw over to first. Runners back. The Cubs are down to their final strike here. He strikes him out to end it here as they were able to get the possible tying run to the plate but could not cash in.
Hey, one of the keys to having a good record in baseball is to win some games at home. So this was a big win to win at home in front of their home crowd.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. And fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game. And this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game.
And Matty, I think you're absolutely right. Some guys just seem to thrive under the bright lights of the World Series while other guys fade into the background. He was brilliant in this one, and this is some well-earned recognition.
This evening's game finishes 2-0 the final score. The Baltimore Orioles have evened up this World Series at 2 games apiece. Billy Drysdale gets the W on the mound. Chet Steadman pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and the entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Have a good night, everybody.